So today's the topic of discussion is Agni Karma and the Ayurvedic management of the burn. Because in our syllabus, the Agni Karma is in the detail, and that actually this is topic is in two parts. First Agni Karma in the first paper, first part, and that management of the burn. It is in first paper and second part. Okay, so the Agni Karma should be discussed by Dr. Junita, but today I am discussing this because this complete I have complete topics. Okay, so what is Agni Karma? Whatever the procedure we are using for that treatment of any kind of disease, where we use the heat, that comes under the Agni Karma. Okay, that is the therapeutic use of Agni. It is Agni Karma. So in Acharya Shushta, in Sutrasthan, chapter 12, he has detailed description of that Agni Karma, and he considered Agni Karma is in Anushastra, means that some parasurgical procedure, that the minimal invasive procedures which are used for the treatment of the diseases. So but in Ayurveda, Agni Karma has given so much importance. So why it is important? Because there is the importance is on the basis of its function. Acharya Susta says tad dagdhanam roganam apnarbhavat bheshaj shastra char asadhyanam tat sadhyatvat. Means whatever the disease are treated by the Agni Karma, that's never happen again. Okay, so that the chance of recurrence is nil if you treating any condition which are treated by which are treatable by the or curable by the Agni Karma. And the other thing is that the disease which are not curable with the medicines, with the surgical procedure, with the char karma, that can be treated by the Agni Karma. Okay, so here don't confuse, because here written that roganam apanam bhavat means the no recurrence. Okay, so it doesn't mean that any disease, if any disease you treat with Agni Karma, that will never happen again. That the thing is that the disease which are curable with the Agni Karma, that will never happen again. Okay, if any disease is uh, not cured, not it says asadhya, that is a non curable disease which cannot be treated by even Agni Karma also. Okay, so there is the different types of the Agni Karma on the basis of that involved dhatus, the level of the burn. Somehow, some author says only tvacha and mans, but Acharya Shushta says the tvacha, mans, sira, snayu, sandhi, and asti. So there is a four type of karma, on the basis of the which tissue is going to be targeted in the therapy. Tvacha, mans, sira, snayu, sandhi, and asti. And the next classification is on the basis of that the shape which in which the Agni Karma is used. So that Agni Karma means that that salakas are having few shapes. Okay, so these shapes, that is the only choice of the surgeon, choice of the doctor, and sometimes there is the according to the site, you should choose that which type of Agni Karma you are going to perform. Valay, Bindu, Bilekha, and Pratishtha. Valay means any circular, means whatever the your salaka is having circular shape, means whatever the burn you are giving to the patients, that has the in the circle shape. and bindu means the only point, and the dot, and the bilekha means when you having a just a straight line at the side of the agni karma, and the charan when you are just rubbing that complete salaka means there is no definite shape, just you are rubbing that, means the spreading that agni karma superficially. Okay, so valay, bindu, vileka, and prashara, these four types are described by Ajay Srivastava, and some other acharya just like Bhatt, he added some more shapes in that, just like swastik, astapada, you know the swastik, huh? So the swastik, he just added that the shape of the burning site. Okay, so there is no very much clinical importance, huh? Okay, whatever shape you have to choose according to the site. So next slide they have mentioned what are the instruments which are used during that agni karma. So he said tvacha, mans, sira, snayu, asthi, and sandhi. Okay, so for the tvacha he described, he said pipli, aja, sakrat, godant, shar, shalaka, tvagata. Okay, means that for that tvacha, if you are going to do agni karma in the tvacha, then you take the pipli, aja, sakrat means that feces of that goats, hmm, and these that tooth of that the buffalo tooth, huh? Aja say godant, aja sakrat, godant, guy, cow's teeth are that buffalo teeth. Okay, so you just use these teeth for the agni karma, for that skin, huh? And shar shalaka, shar means that this kind of that herbs, shrub, you have already knows in that dravya guna, na? Shar, so you can use this also. Next, these are the jambosthotar, loha, mans katana, means jump oast, that jamun, and that you have to take that that middle part of the middle and hard part of the jamun. Okay, that it, and jump ostetar lohana means that the salaka, the salaka, atar loha means other than iron. Okay, means you have to make the salaka other than iron. You can take silver, gold, or any other tamba, any other, or the mix so many metals except other than iron. Okay, so these are used for that uh, agni karma in the mansha, muscles, muscular part. Okay, means in the muscular part you have to use some hard things, eh? You know, in the skin they have all the soft things, here they have, they said hard things. Okay, next, for the sira, snayu, asthi, and sandhi, this is chaudra gun sneha. Chaudra gun sneha, chaudra means that madhu, honey, good, and sneh means that ghat or oil. So these things you can use for that agni karma, for that sira, snayu, sandhi means the vessels, ligaments, joints, and on the bones. Okay, so understand these are that. In the single slok he has mentioned pipli, aja, sakrat, kodant, sar, salaka, jambo, stotar, lohanam, chaudr, gun, snehascha. ठीक है, he already, I have just split into that according to the you part where you are going to perform agni karma. According to parts I have just split in that 4 slides. Okay, next, this is, but nowadays that the most commonly we are nowadays we are not using any these chaudr, gun, sneh, jambost hotar, and the godant, shar, shalaka. This is the panch dhatu shalaka. Okay, so nowadays the Panchadhatu Salaka is in a function, in a fashion, and it is very so many studies are there which say it is very much efficient in the Agni Karma, because it can hold the temperature for little longer times. Okay, so this is the Panchadhatu Shalaka, which has the mix that copper, iron, zinc, silver, gold. Okay, all in these percent you have mixed this Salaka, and then you can use make this shape. So from this shape you can use that bindu. You can make the circle from here also. You can draw the straight line also, and from that its back part you can do the rubbing. Suppose here suppose this is salaka, and we are going to use that pratisharan. So we just hand in the hand, just keep here and rub like that. Okay, so bindu, bilekha, charan, all the kind of that you can use by this single salaka. So now the panchadhatu salaka is very now in use in practice uh, of the agni karma. So next, what are the diseases where the agni karma is indicated? Acharya Shushta says त्वं मांस शिरा स्नायु संधि स्थिते अति उग्र रुचा। तन्मांस शिरा स्नायु संधि अस्थि स्थिते अति उग्रजा वायु उच्चतन कठिन सुप्त मांस व्रणे ग्रंथि अर्श अर्बुद भगंदर अपची श्लीपद चर्म कील तिल कालक आंत्र वृद्धि संधि शिरा छेदनाशु नाड़ी शोणित अति प्रवृत्ति अति प्रवृत्तिषु च अग्निकर्म means the. So we split the slok in the parts. First part, Twang Mang Shira Snayu Sandhi Asti State Ati Ugratucha. Means whenever there is a Vata is visited in the Twacha, Mang Shira Snayu, Asti and Sandhi, and causing severe pain. Okay, so this is one indications. Next line he says, Vayu Uchtan Kathin Mans Shupta Mans Vrade. Vayu Uchtan Kathin Shupta Mans Vrade means whenever any wound having elevated hard hypergranulation tissue. Okay, means any growth in the wound, any chronic wound which have some overgrowth in the base of wound, in the cavity of the wound. So he there means there is any kind of hypergranulation or hyperkeratinization is appearing in any wound that is inhibiting the wound healing process. So that in that case you also use the Agni Karma. Next, some disease, direct diseases he mentioned: Granthi, Arsha, Arbut, Bhagandar, Apachi, Slipad, Charmkeel, Tilkalak, Antrathi, Sandhi, Sira, Sandhi, Sira Chedanasu, when where the Sira Ched means किसी सिरा का छेदन हो गया, that means if any injured vessels is bleeding, so there you can use Agni Karma. Nadi, Shodit, Atipravrittish, any Nadi means any sinuses there. Ati pravrittishu, some any excessive bleeding is anywhere. Cha Agni Karma Kuriya means in these conditions you can use this Agni Karma procedure for that treatment purpose. Okay. So there are some contraindications also where you should not use the Agni Karma. The contraindication is Tatra Agni Karma Sarvatra Shu Kuryat Anitra Sharad Grishmabhyam तत्र आप्यत्यायिके अग्निकर्म साध्ये व्याध्यो पत्नीकम विधिम कुर्यात means any agni karma should be avoided in the sharad and grishma ritu. Okay, there is because that is this hot weather conditions, so you should not use the agni karma in that ritus. But the next line he says tatra atyayike agni karma saadhe vyadyo means is in the emergency condition, if any disease there which is curable by the agni karma, in that condition tat pratiniko vidhim kuryat means in that condition you have to just make environment according to that condition and you can do it. Means in emergency with the proper precautions you can use do the agni karma. Okay, suppose now, but nowadays we are doing Agni Karma in every weathers. Okay, because we can accommodate that temperature if there is any in the Sarad and there is hot weather condition. In that, if you are sitting in air condition, so there is no matter what ritu is there, in that condition you can do that Agni Karma also. Okay, next he says athe, there are some other contraindications. Athevanan parharet, athem agnina athema agninam parharet. There are some other contraindication of Agni Karma, just like pitta prakriti antah shoditam. If any person who is having pitta prakriti antah shoditam, any if person having any internal bleedings, भिन्न कोष्ठम perforations, coast भिन्न coast means is intestinal perforations, अनुद्धृतम शल्यम any retained foreign body, durbalam durbal means weak bal infant or child, vruddha elderly person, bhiru means that is uh, feared peoples, that Bhiru means which person is having fear of Agni Karma. So in that conditions are Bhiru anek vrana piditam asvedans. They are the person who is having multiple wounds, or any person who is asvedans means जो स्वेदन के योग्य नहीं है, the person in which in whom the Swedan is not indicated. Okay, so all the contraindication of Swedan are also applicable here. Means the we should not do in Sarad and Desmitu, but that is now means irrelevant nowadays, because we have that now that accommodate the weather, so you can do any weather. But the second thing is important, that if any pitta prakriti person who is having internal bleeding, having internal perforation or retained foreign body, very weak, very and the child, or that very elderly person, and very डरा हुआ, very weak, very, or the person having multiple wounds, or which is in which the person who is Swedan is contraindicated. So in that condition, you also have to avoid this Agni Karma procedures. So contraindication हो गया है, indication and contraindication. So now that move to the Samyak Dagdha Lakshan, means if you have did Agni Karma in a patient, and you have correctly done, so what the feature should be appear in the correctly done Agni Karma? If you done Agni Karma perfectly, so what features are there? How you know that your Agni Karma is perfect? Okay, so in that Acharya Sushta described according to that site. So in the, if you were doing Agni Karma in the tvacha and the skin, then Sabda Pradurbhava Durgandhitatvak Sankocha Dugdagdhe means the features are Sabda Pradurbhava Durgandhitatvak Sankocha. If you doing Agni Karma on the skin, there must be some sounds, some chat sounds. You know, whenever you have seen that you burn the skin, there is some kind of some sounds, and there is foul smell durgandhata, and the tok sankoch and the skin become contracted in that part. Okay, so these are the feature of tokdagdha. In the Masdagdha, he says kaput vranata alp shauthu vedana susk sanchit vranata means that the color of that burn side becomes just like pigeon. Kaput vranata alp shauthu vedana, there can be small swelling and little bit pain. Shushk sankuchita vranata, and there is dry and a small contracted wound, where in contrary to the Tokdagda, there is no pain there, only the sound is there and foul smelling, and contraction, small contracted lesions are in the skins. But here there is the lesion which are having little swelling, little pain, and a small contracted wound along with the color of the pigeons. And the Sira Snai Dagde says Krishnunat Vranata Srav Sanidodascha. So important feature is the Sravsa Nirodhas. If any you are doing Agni Karma, any cauterization of the in any you are doing coagulations, cauterization in the any vessels, then there must be Sravsa Nirodhas, means whatever the secretions are there, the bleeding is there. Suppose bleeding is there, so it should be stopped. Okay, so and Krishnanand Vrata, there should be black discoloration which we want during coagulations. Cauterization, there is the black color appearance of the black color is there. So Krishna Unnat Pranata, Srav Sanidosas, this is the important features of that perfect Agni Karma in the Shira and Snayu. In the Sandhya Asthi said Ruksh Aruta Karakas Stirmanata. Ruksha Arunata. There is the Arun Varn. Here is the Varn is the Arun, and the Ruksh dry, Karkash rough, and Stilmata, and there is the stable bone. Okay, so these are the features of that Agni Karma of the Sandhi and Asti. You have to memorize this. This is very important. Next, what should be the pre-operative and post-operative procedures such as described in Ayurveda? So, before doing Agni Karma, what Susta says, Rogasya Sansthanameva Samyak Narasya Marmadi Balabalam Cha Vyadhim Taturtham Taturtham Cha Samiksh Shamyak Tatto Avyasya Avishak Agni Karma. Means before doing Agni Karma procedure, you have to examine the patient carefully. Rogas Sansthan Mevache Samyang Narasya Marmani Balablam. Means you have to examine the patient's the bal of the patient and bal of the disease. Means you locate the site where are doing the Agni Karma. The site should be perfect. Okay, so before doing Agni Karma, there will be by careful examination of the patients as well as careful examination of the condition of the disease as well as careful examination of the site where you are choosing to do the Agni Karma. And after the Agni Karma, that he says tat dadhe tatra samyak dadhe madhu sarpibhyam abhyanga, means after samyak dadha you have to apply that honey and krita mix and apply for the local applications. Okay, means after samyak Agni Karma, you have to apply a local apply that mixture of the madhu and ghrita. Okay, so these are that classical therapies which are mentioned before after that Agni Karma. So here is we are discussing only the Samyak Dagda. Okay, there is no kind of injury is there. Only all when the all thing is going perfect. Okay, so now the procedure in the detail, just you have to take the patients before first you examine the patient. You have to take the written informed consent to the patients, identify the site of the Agni Karma where you are going to do. You have to explain all the procedure to the patients, and the universal protocol. You have to give that tetanus injection, TT 0.5 ml IM injection, and then you take the patient in the proper position. Patient must be in a ease, and you say you just like in the for surgery we have to clean the site. So here also you have to make the clean that area clean with that tefla cloth. Either you can use the betadine also. And then nowadays we are mostly we are using that salaka. Okay, what we are the panchadhatu salaka. So you heat the panchadhatu salaka on the any gas burner or anyhow, you have to make it red hot. Okay, it should be uh, red red. Okay, red hot, so in that condition you have to touch that whatever the points are you are going. You have to first mark the point where to identify the points where the maximum pain is there. Suppose you are doing the Agni Karma in a sciatic patients, so you just mark first, mark with a pen that most painful site, must just mark with a pen. Okay, and then after cleaning you have to just touch your red hot salaka on that particular points only. Okay, and after the application of that salaka, just remove it and then you apply there the Ghrat Madhu. Either the one thing now which is more practice, that is the application of the pulp of the Ghrat Kumari, aloe vera pulp. It is very cold, smoothie. Okay, so it is very effective nowadays. We use that aloe vera pulp at the site of the Agni Karma just after application of the spark. Okay, and after that you just you can pour the madhugrat, and you just pour that tifla churn or that haridra churn or the madhvesti churn. Any all these type of churn are should be poured at that site of agni karma, so that they should reduce the pain and reduce the inflammations. Okay, and you should advise to patient that don't wet that site, so it that the wound you have created, the agni karma, that will not get secondary any kind of the infection. Okay, up to 24 hours you have to patient, you are advised to the patient to avoid the wetting at that part. Give that part should be kept dry. Okay, so this is the standard procedure which is now in the practice now. Okay, first you take the consent, you explain that procedure to the patients, give tetanus toxoid to the patients, and you just mark the most painful site with a pen, any marker. Okay, and then take the patient in the comfortable positions. Okay, then clean the site, and then apply the red hot salaka at that particular point which you have already marked. After that you just apply the aloe vera pulp at that side, and later on you can apply the madhu ghrat and the haridra powder or kashur or madhishti churn, and then you just send the patient to advise not to wet that part up to for the 24 hours, so then you can avoid any kind of the post operative infection in that wound. Okay, so this is the standard procedure which is uh, in practice right now. So now today now the next topic is this one thing is itartha dagda pramad dag. Okay, it is included in the agni karma itself. So what is the meaning of the itartha dagda pramad dag? Means itartha dagdhamiti prakaranente vaidyate प्रमाद दग्धम तत्र इत्यादि द्रव्यम स्निग्धम सर्पिरादि वृक्षम द्रव्यम काष्ठ पाषाण लोष्ठादि. Okay, so here we see Acharya Shushta says itartha and dagdha and pramada, these are the same. Means during the procedure, during the agni karma procedure, or if any person get burn accidentally, it can happen during the agni karma procedure. It also means during the inexperience of that doing panchakarma therapist, doctors, or due to some mishappening by the patient or anything, means which is which is unplanned, and accidentally patient get injured by the burn, that is called a pramadadak. Means that is the burn injury which was not planned. Okay, you are planning to do agni karma, but if somehow the patient is get excessive burn. Okay, so that may be that burn injury. So idartha that and pramadadak means that patient get excessive agni karma when patients get excessive burn injury, that may happens other than the agni karma procedure, or due to that ignorance of that surgeon. Okay, so when the person got burned accidentally, that is different from the agni karma described earlier. This is called idartha or the pramad or the burn injury. Okay, so it is of two type, ruksh and snigdha. And ruksha means the dry and wet. So you know the wet injury, the dry burn or the scald. Scald means which is when a person is get burn injury with that that heated oil, heated water. Okay, and if any, that is the wet injury and wet burn injury, and the dry burn injury when the patient get directly burned with a flame. Okay, so this is the kind of the burn injury. Okay, so this is that there are three type of the burn injury. Acharya Sushta explained there is a 4 type of the burner: Plushtadagda, Durdagda, Samyakdagda, and Atidagda. Plushtadagda, Durdagda, Samyakdagda, and Atidagda. So Plushtadagda means Plushtadagda, Durdagda, and Atidagda. These are 3 kind of injury, and the Samyakdagda is the Agni Karma. Okay, so this is not injury. Samyakdagda, when you do the Agni Karma, it should be the Samyakdagda. That's why we have already discussed the Lakshana of the Samyakdagda. Okay, so these Plushtadagda, Durdagda, and Atidagda, these are the burn injuries. Okay, so these can be correlated with the 1st degree burn, 2nd degree burn, or the 3rd degree burn. So next, this Plushtadagda means Tatra yadi varnam plushyate yati matram tat plushtam, means the affected part become different in color of the skin when the color become vivarna, and with the very severe burning sensations, and the condition are almost similar to the 1st degree burn. Okay, means there is no deep burn, only superficial skin is burn. So a person get severe burning sensation. Okay, and any skin is not lost. Okay, so this can be correlated with the 1st degree burn. Durdagd here, yatro tishthanti sphotas tibras kos chos dah rag pak vedanas chiras ukshamiti darduk dardam. Durdagd means when the burn injury having that spot, that is the blisters, tibra kos chos dah means severe burning sensation, redness, Park suppurations, pain remains for very long time. Chira, then Vedanas Chirup Shanti means that pain take so much long time to get subside, and these are the features of the Turtagna. So you can correlate these type of the advanced 2nd degree or 3rd degree burn. Okay, so these can be correlated with 2nd degree, advanced 2nd degree, severe 2nd degree, or the early 3rd degree burn, the mild 3rd degree burn. And these are the Samyak Dagdha Lakshana. Samyak Dagdham Anavgadam Talvarnam Susastam Purv Lakshanam. Means already we have discussed the Samyak Dagdha, the Tvacha, Mansira, Samveda, and along with this, that the word become Talvar, just like this palm. The color of that burn side looks like the palm. Okay, the burn injury which is not too deep, neither very superficial, having the color like the Asian palm fruits. Tissue remains on their own side and having other symptoms, symptoms described or what we had discussed earlier. So this is not considered as an injury when they perform for the therapeutic purpose. If the above sign symptoms occur, that indicate the perfect Agni Karma. Okay, means the Samyak that is not an injury, it is the perfect done Agni Karmas. So, and the last is the Atidagdha, where Atidagdhe Mansavalambanam Gatra Vishleshaha Sira Snai Sandhyasthi Vyapadam Atimatram Jordaha Pipasha Murcha Shopatra Upatraha Bhavanti Vranascha Direna Rupti Munascha Vivano Bhavanti. Means this is the case of severe burn injury, where the mans, skin and the muscles and that and the tendons, these all get exposed due to the complete burn of the skins, and the gatra vishesh means the body parts may be that dislodged from that side, that the skin is lost. Okay, and there is the sira snaiv sandhi asti vyapat. There is so much other complication of the sira snaiv asti sandhi, and here also that some symptomatic that systemic feature of that also, that patient get fever, high get fever, thirst, murcha, that is coma, and some other upadrava and complications. Okay, and that the wounds take lot time to heal, and even after the heal, they become distorted and disfigured. Okay, so this is the severe 3rd degree burn condition of the 3rd degree burn. Okay, so you can say these Plushdagda, Durdagda, and Atidagda, these are the burn injuries. Okay, so next in the next he's they describe the management of that this time of the burn injuries. So first he says, according to the Plushdagda, and the management of the Plushdagda, he says Plustasya Agni Pratapanam Karyam Ushanam Tatha Aushadam Sarire Sunna Bhuishte Shunnam Bhavati Choditam प्रकृत्याः हि उदकं शीतं स्कन्द्यात् शोणितं तस्मात् सुक्तिं हीष्णं न तु शीतकर्णच. Means in the plus dagdha, all the treatment, either external or the internal, it should be warm. Okay, means Acharya Shashta say they, we should not apply any cold medicine locally or give into the internally for the management of the Plushtita. Okay, so in the next slide we should be clear why Acharya Shashta say the Plushtita should be warm. He said when it gets superficial burn, the injury causes water loss from that area. The blood concentration increases so much. So if you applying the cold thing, just like local applying any cold water or ice, so what happens that the blood become coagulate. That would reduce the blood supply of that area, and the delayed healing may cause the necrosis. So that's why this is the possible pathology, means why Acharya Shastra described the warm medicine for that treatment of the tooth disease. Okay, so these are the things we have means up to the treatment, which this is the possible mechanism why Acharya Shastra mentioned the warm internal as well as external treatment for the management of that Plushtita. Okay, for the Dugdha Dagdha he says Sitam Ushnam Chadurdagdhe Kriyam Kuryat Bhishkapana Gata Arepana Shekastu Sitane Vashankare. Means here he says that Acharya Shastra mentioned both, here he mentioned both warm and cold for that management of Dugdha. Okay, so if you giving the internal medication in the deep burn, you have to give the cold, and for the superficial you have to apply local. Okay, so externally you apply the cold, and internally you have give the warm in the superficial, and in the superficial externally you have to apply cold. Okay, so local application for the is only cold, and for the external, and for the internal, if it the deep one, you have to give the cold medicine, and that is means the seed feed, and for the superficial you have to give the warm medicine. Okay, so now the time is end up here. So in the next lecture we will continue the remaining the